Hey guys, it's Cugsly, and welcome to kind of an unexpected live stream. Really, I was not planning on this, but I thought, hey, since we're turn that down. But I thought I was doing something, and I thought, you know what, I'm kind of curious who else is up at this time. So yeah, I honestly don't expect anyone watching this. It's way too late or too early. It's where I'm at. It is 3:33 in the morning, but yeah. That right there, that's me watching it. So yeah, no. I'm pretty sure no one's gonna be watching this. So if you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I'm not sure how easy it is to see the tags for a live stream. It doesn't really show it on YouTube, I don't think. But what I'm doing is I'm making a Bloodborne game. Or more accurately, I'm making the character from Bloodborne, at least trying to make the basic animations. Because I do want to I do want to try recreating some boss fights in Dreams and just seeing how far I can get, as well as some other projects that will be involving these kind of animations. And I think it's good practice. So that's what I'm doing. And I've already created the axe. It's low resolution, not very high quality, right? But it's just like a basic model. It can extend and stuff like that. This is just so I can have something to work with. And this is the basic. It's actually I created something called the Bloodborne base body, and the reason why I made that an item, even though it's just a blank puppet, I didn't really change anything at all. It's that way when I add in textures and skins and change it around, I can do that and then upload it, and it'll save to this automatically without me having to go in and change things manually. So that's really just making it easier on my part to make things look nicer. Alright, so I believe I've explained everything. We're all caught up, and that ah man, no, flat. So let's start. What I've done so far is I've just put the axe in the character's hand. It goes with the character. Let's put it back down there, and I've added in some basic microchips just to kind of like show where I want to go, right? Laying it out nice and easy. And I've also made a stats microchip, which I will be using for up there. So let's start. So first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the R1 attack, and the cool thing is I have on my phone here. I have some gifs of Bloodborne, I guess, fighting animations. Yeah, basically to kind of see like what everything looks like. So right now we're looking at the R1 attack, and basically what happens is the right foot takes a step forward. This kind of goes back over here and then swings and follows through, right? So that's what this timeline is going to do. I'm going to try my hand at doing this. It's probably going to fail, right? I do not expect to really do a good job here, but I want to try, right? So we're going to start off right at the beginning. I'm going to go in here, and we're going to kind of bring that foot forward. It actually kind of goes up in the air a little bit. We're going to twist it, right? And I want to make it to where this hand, how does he do that though? Let's see here. I'm looking at it. Alright. He actually raises it up. So, okay. So it goes kind of, it's using animating with the dual shock is, oh my god. Alright, we're gonna have to go joint by joint. So let's do that. And I want to see how the rest of his body, because man, the animations are ridiculously. I mean, we can always fine tune it, but it's like, oh, there's so much to work with. It's like, man. Well, like, what's his left arm doing while his left arm is holding a weapon? We'll animate that later. Is holding a gun, to be precise. I think it's like a repeating pistol from the looks of it, right? So the reason I want to like have a middle ground is that way it looks like it curves up instead of just goes right there, because it may make it look very weird. This is gonna be weird. We can always go into different keyframes and change it, but like, man. No, damn it. All right, so let's curve that one now, right? And he takes a step kind of like there. Oh shit! Someone is watching. Whoa, who is it? Hello. I did not expect someone to actually join the stream. I'm. Please tell me this footage. Why are you doing this to me? I did not expect someone to actually join the stream. I am pleasantly surprised. Um, so what you missed was I'm trying my hand at Bloodborne and I'm experimenting with animation. I'm not good at it at all, right? But I want to try. I feel like just like at least have his arm go out a little bit. I want to try. So that's what I'm doing. It's because no. Oh yeah. I wasn't trying to see like who was in a different part of the world, right? And see who else would join. And if I remember correctly, you're in Spain. So yeah, sounds about right. Uh, all right, let's see what that looks like right now. It's probably not gonna look very good, but at least one more thing before I continue further. Let's add in. Let's like 0.3. I want to do 0.3. I think we can fine tune it later. Again, this is like my first time. This is basically my first time animating. I don't really know what I'm doing. Like I know a little bit, but not enough to really try anything out. Problem is he like kind of jolts there. Maybe it's cut. Hold on, let me like move it slightly forward. Alright. That's a start, I suppose. I mean, most animations, when it comes to fighting stuff, isn't really the best to begin with. So I'm pretty on par with that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the follow through. And this is going to have to be a very fast one, because he's swinging down. So it's going to have to go from here, down. So from here. Let's not break his arm, though. Like that. You're doing a game? Cool. What are you making? That. Just like lower him down there. Raise. What is this doing? Oh my. No, I don't want you to. Fine, we'll move that back. Like that. Right. Something like that. I don't know. Let's try that out. Oh boy, this is gonna be so hard to look at. Alright, let's see what it looks like. Yeah, not quite exaggerated enough. Let's look at this one. Cause it goes here, and I wanted to like bring the axe really far down, I think. That's not far enough down. We need to bring it further down. Just tilt the hand a bit more. That. And I don't know how to bring it further down. That's if I grab the axe. Then tilt it. Then we can work on making it more fluid. Because that first part from here to here, it's really awkward. Let's make it all much shorter. And now there's no follow through, so we're gonna have to work on that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy this again. We're gonna go here, and we're just gonna bring it back. So we're actually going to. Oh my god, why is this one foot like acting up on me? It's the weirdest thing. It's like trying to spite me. Oh my god. Okay. Let's move this forward. We're actually gonna kind of tilt him this way. So when you do that, you're what? How do I fix this then? What's happening? And we're gonna bring this back down there, and like try maybe to not like cut off my leg. What am I working on? Oh, someone else joined. Cool. I'm trying to make a Bloodborne kind of animation thing. Not SCP stuff, because although that's cool, I'm like taking a small break from it just to kind of let myself breathe a bit. Because if I do one thing for too long, it's just gonna burn me out. So I'm trying something new. Trying something new. I've always kind of wanted to do this, and I think now would be a good time to try. You know. Let's see. And right now, it doesn't look very nice. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make it to where this one is keep changes. Because what I want him to actually end up over here now. Right? I want him to end up over there. And I'm not quite sure how I would do that. Trying to think. Is there like something I can do to... Because he goes forward and then he pops back. It's like the weirdest thing. Maybe I have to change all of these to keep changes. That may work. Yeah, I have no idea how to animate. I'm not very good at it, so this is really my first time trying. He keeps popping back. He keeps popping back. No, not SCP. This is Bloodborne stuff I'm working on here. Taking a small break from SCP, because I've been doing a lot of that recently, and I want to, like, you know, take a small break so I don't burn myself out. Because last thing I want to do is get sick of it, right? So I'm trying to, like, you know, ease in and out a bit. SCP stuff will be coming shortly though, but it's just I'm actually working on SCP 106's Dimension. I think I made that in a video, but I've gotten a lot farther with it. Yeah. Why is he like not? Why does he keep popping back over there? I want to like keep changes. Please let me keep changes. There is something wrong here. I'm not quite sure how I would do this. I mean, the animation is okay. It's definitely not Bloodborne stuff, but it looks... You can at least tell he's swinging it, which I suppose is nice. But again, I want him to actually, like, move over there, right? And the problem is, this one here isn't actually keeping changes. I'm not quite sure why. So I'm trying to figure this out. I believe it has to have something to do with the timeline, perhaps, because let's just try this. Maybe that will... No, he goes back over there. Well, let's just add in the final keyframe and we'll figure it out. I mean, I believe I'm close to getting back, but whatever. So now let's bring this foot in. Let's kind of oh my god. I swear, this guy is fighting me at every step. Alright. For some reason, the animating his left foot isn't working. It's like trying to break. Actually, just... Oh, okay. Nope. You go back. Alright. And it's just his left foot. I'm like trying to fix it, but his left foot is completely breaking on me. Let's try that out. Let's finally bring his arm back in. And I'm thinking, kind of rotate him a little bit, just enough to really straighten him out a bit. And right, maybe like we'll not have him rotate as much, but like right there, I think. Oh my, you gotta be kidding me. Why is it doing that? Hold on. All I want is to keep changes. Also, that shing noise you're hearing isn't actually supposed to be him hitting. It's supposed to be the axe extending. There it is. It just turns on automatically. Let's actually turn this off for now. There we go. So I'm trying to figure this out, but it is not working with me here. If you guys know how to animate, please let me know what I'm doing wrong. Because I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Now he's like turning the other way. It's the weirdest thing. Alright, well, first of all, I'm actually gonna have to rewind a bit here because I want to undo that part where I did that. There we go. Let's actually go in here. And, pardon me, please. And I want to, like, have him turn a little less. Which I think I can fix if I just do that. Except for the right foot, because the right foot actually does what I want it to do. But the left foot has, like, no independence of its own. It's weird. There we go. Like, just slightly. I'm actually proud of the axe. Just random thought. I'm actually pretty proud of how the axe turned out as opposed to everything else so far. That's quite nice. Alright, there we go. So, again, it's like it's... Maybe, hold on, let's try ending it exactly at that part. There we go. There we go. So, I like that. Of course, we're going to have to make it a bit more fluid now, right? So, between this one, I think... Yeah. So, if we actually do that... That's a bit better. That's a bit better. And then if we move these slightly closer to the swing. So I like that a bit much more. I like that much more now. It's a lot. It's so much nicer. Let's do that. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here and we're gonna connect that to R1. And what I want to try to do is I want to try to actually make like a combo, right? So let's just make sure it works first. And there it goes again. It's like resetting. I think it's because like it has to stay on there. That is really annoying. Keep changes is on for every single one, so it's not like it has a reason. Man, these animators, they deserve some credit because I don't know how they're doing it. Huh. And on trigger, play at position, ignore frame rate. It's weird. I don't quite know what's happening. Because, like, when you fight in Bloodborne, one moment, please. Alright, I'm back. Because when you fight in Bloodborne, right, if you do a swing, if you, like, swing this way, if you swing in this direction, you're not just moving your arm, you're actually taking a step forward and you're putting your body into the swing, and so you don't stay in the same place where you were, you're actually slightly forward, right? And the problem is, it's not letting me do this, I don't think. I could take the hard way, and, oh boy, I could, but let's try something out. Let's try something out here. Let's actually do this, right? And we're gonna do this weird thing where I want to see what happens. I'm kind of curious now, because this seems to be my best bet. I wonder what happens. It's still, the timeline still bounces me back, even though I don't understand why. What happens if I just activate this one and do that? I'm trying to figure it out right now, just trying out some different things because I'm not quite sure. We're gonna do a pulse. That should... Did it actually connect? Or yeah, it did. Alright. Let's see what happens. He should... Hey, he went back. What? No, it says keep changes. It says keep changes. What are you doing? Oh my god, this is so annoying. It's not doing what I want it to do. Alright. We're gonna have to like rethink this because I don't know why, but like the keyframe, it appears to be broken. Because he does it, but then he goes back, which he shouldn't be doing because keep changes is on. So when this is on, any changes made to an object by the animation, position, tweaks, and so on are permanent. When the object is off, the object will when off, the object will return to whatever state it was in before. Damn it! Damn it! That's annoying. When up, what? How am I supposed to? Oh, but that's gonna create like a monstrosity. I'm gonna have like millions of keyframes on at a single point in time to compensate. Oh, that's horrible. Okay. All right. So that would explain why there's never really any movement in fighting games, it seems. That's a problem. Okay. All right. We're gonna have to work our way around this. We're gonna have to work our way around this. Let's try. I have another idea. Let's not do that now. But I want to see. Will it do the same thing? We have travel, which is important. Um, it we can possibly use, I think, for these as well. Yeah, we may have to do this instead. All right. Because I am determined on making a very accurate Bloodborne game. I am determined to do it. I will do it. I don't care how long it takes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here. We're gonna manually animate everything. Right? We're gonna bring the arm up. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Nope. 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 Let's try it again. Here. So if we do that, and then we turn it on, I want to see if it actually does it. Let's do that. See what it looks like. Well, you're not doing it. Hold on a moment. Well, it's definitely on. Is there a problem? Maybe if I turn off travel? There it goes. So travel makes it worse. Okay. What happens if I just do that? Let's try that out. Alright, this is gonna be difficult. I'm gonna figure this out one way or another. I don't care how long. Well, I do actually. I need to go to bed at some point. But I don't care how long it takes. Throughout the span of several weeks, I will figure this out. Alright. Let's actually do something slightly different. We're gonna save this because I'm coming back to that. I am coming back to that. We'll save that as character, and we'll just name it Hunter. I think. Yeah, I like that. All right. So really quickly though, I'm gonna just show off the axe because at least the axe works properly. I just want to say that at least the axe works properly. That's something I'm proud of. Oh wait, open back up. My very first pretty solid animation. Everything else, like in SCP, I didn't actually use keyframes very often. I use keyframe for doors, but like they're very simple. It's nothing crazy like with what I'm trying to do now. Same thing with this axe mainly. I'm pretty happy with it. It looks quite nice, so it actually does extend. Cause like you didn't expect that, right? No, it actually extends. Like I got it ready just for this occasion. Problem is the character can't use it because reasons. So that's annoying. But yeah, I tried that. So that's a bit of a problem. And I tagged this video Dreams and Bloodborne. So I'm not sure if I can do SCP or do like just show off my SCP stuff on here or play Bloodborne on here without like without kind of messing up the tags. Well, not messing up the tags, but contradicting them. So I'm kind of stuck in this little situation here. But I think I'll take the safer one and do SCP stuff. So let's do that. I mentioned that I was working on 106's little dimension area. Yeah, now that was a complete failure though. That axe. I will figure it out though. I promise. I will figure it out. So that doesn't really help. I believe I showed it off a little bit last time, but it's definitely far more accurate to the game and everything like that. We have the light there. And what we're gonna do is I have my computer here because I was originally gonna try Bloodborne animations and stuff like that and see what it looks like, but that did not work out. That failed on way more ways than I expected. So we're gonna ignore that. We're gonna forget that ever happened. You guys didn't see that. I didn't see that. I didn't do that. Nothing happened. we've been doing SCP the entire time, having a swell old time doing SCP stuff. Damn. Alright, so let me open up my SCP research application here. For any of you guys who are newer to the channel, who don't know, you can actually get SCP Containment Breach. If you don't know, it's free. And you can actually mod it. Not really mod it, but you can change the game's files and manipulate it so you can like make every SCP basically unable to move. I do that. That way I can walk around and look at stuff and translate it over to dreams. It's very useful because I don't have to worry about SCP-106 or 173 coming after me every 5 seconds, you know? Alright. So it's loading. And because we already have this part, I'm just going to go in a hole and start walking. And hope I don't get jump scared because I have the volume turned down. Let's turn it up a little bit. Alright, here we go. Oh boy. Alright. I'm gonna just start walking forward. I can't see anything. Oh, there we go. Let's walk in this direction. Alright, walking. Oh, ooh, this is even worse. Oh my dear God. Okay. Ooh, I don't like that one bit. It appears to me that we're going to be using the tiles I made. Man, I can hardly ever see your live shows because it's always like 3 at night. Well, hey, look at that. I'm live. It's 3 at night for me now, and it's basically at the start of the day for you. So, hi. All right. Okay, so we have concrete. Let's actually exit out of here, and we're gonna make an asset really quickly. Ooh, I do not like the look of this though. It is. Oh, that is horrible. Ooh, I do not like that. Alright. So you may be wondering what I'm seeing. I'll show you. I'll try to recreate it to the best of my abilities. It's really not nice though. I don't like the way this looks. It is. Oh, I have to count the tiles too. I hope I don't die. It seems to be 4 tiles. Alright, so you may be wondering what I'm talking about, and I'm turning down. That is creeping me out. I don't know why. SCP Containment Breach never fails to creep me out. It's just such a good... It's a good game. Let me pull out the tiles I'm talking about. Here they are. They don't look quite this clean in the actual version. Nowhere near. We're actually going to have to increase the size of these too, which I guess will allow us for extra detail if we ever want to paint it. We should probably do that. Yeah, so last time I mentioned I made these, and I'm very proud of them because, yeah, it took me a very long. I was not very smart when making these. Let's get ourselves a character, and we're gonna do this. Yeah, we've been doing SCP the entire time. SCP the entire time. Nothing else. All right. So, all right, these tiles are a bit big. Let's make it. There we go. Right there looks to be about right because the hallway that we're going to be entering is quite narrow. So what we're going to be making is, it's like this concrete, oh, I hate this so much. It's like this concrete hallway. I'll start off with just 1 box, and we're going to put it like right here. It's not actually exactly 4 tiles, it's like partially. So we're going to go into half here, and we're going to kind of like right there. Right? And then there's 4 whole tiles like that, and then it's kind of like half, like right there. Alright, that's like perfect. And that seems way too large. Let's boop, bring it down a bit more. Now that means we're going to have to half this again to really fix it. That's a bit better. Definitely as narrow as it is in the game. So there we go. There we go. Now we're just going to stretch it up and make this horrible, just unnerving hallway. I don't want to unpause because every time I unpause, I'm more likely to die. And I hate jump scares. For those of you who don't know, I don't just hate jump scares. I despise jump scares. I cannot stand them. They hurt me. I just can't deal with jump scares, which is hilarious because I'm making a horror game. I don't know what's wrong with me. I have no clue. Alright, so we're gonna delete that. I want to try to, again, use as little space as possible. So I'm trying to make as much stuff as I can one sculpture without, like, breaking the game's graphics thermometer while I'm at it. Right there is good. It looks to be like a void up above, which I guess is good because it's pretty dark in that. It's actually a lot brighter here. Oh, I don't like this. Now I have to unpause and look up further. Oh, it's so not right. Oh, it's like a little curve. Oh, okay. I hate unpausing because every time I feel like I'm getting closer to death. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it half it, and we're going to increase the hole like that, and we're just going to place it down. Try to place it down as close as possible. We'll turn on precise move, and we will just kind of make it a little closer. Like that. That is really close to what I'm trying to get to. Maybe like move it down a bit should make it blend in. Move a bit to the side. Ah, damn, I have to move it a little bit to that side. Please don't tell me it's like barely too small. Perfect. It's perfect. I couldn't make it better. Awesome. Okay, now we're gonna stretch it to right here. Actually, wait, I can just turn on grid for that. That way it's actually spot on. There we go. We've done that. We've done this. There we go. And now what's actually going to happen is it's going to be in slightly because there's going to be like a huge just gaping hole up the top. I hate the way this looks right now because it's starting to look more and more accurate to the actual game. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to spray paint it kind of like a beige. It's like a very light beige, almost just white, but not quite. So we're gonna go to this. There we go. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here, go over to as light brown as possible, and then we're just gonna lower the opacity. That's too much. I want it like somewhere around right there. That is much better. So that looks far more accurate now. What we're going to do is we're going to lower the texture a bit. This will save graphic space. And also, it will just add far more texture to the actual wall. Too much. Like right here, really. I like that spot. Let's do that. And the whole thing should have had that there. Now we're only at, what, 9%? It's not bad. It's not bad. Let's delete that. So we're at 8%. So this is, no, yeah. We delete the character. Now we're at 7%, and we delete that. Now we're at 6%. So this is 6% graphics. Right? So let's try to lower this a bit more. And hopefully lose that 5% and get this down to 1. Did it work? I can't tell where. Alright, obviously not quite enough. Let's go a little further. Let's try. That's like as far as I'll go. Any more than that and we start going a bit too low. There we go. Perfect. So now what we have is we have this corridor area, and again, I'm not very good with texturing, so we're going to leave that to be desired. What we'll do though is I will add in like some of the other parts. Mainly, we're actually gonna. Ooh, you know, I hope it's. Let's find out. I was. Oh my God! No, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. All right. That's a problem. That's a problem. I suppose we're screwed. Let's try this a little differently. Please be the right color. Oh my God, it's both extremely sharp. This is gonna be a disaster. All right. I hate it. Like, I wish it would just, like, if I copied something that's this color, I wish it would, like, stay this color, but instead it goes back to that. First of all, it loses its texture, so now it's really sharp. It's like, it doesn't quite make, I can get where, I know, I understand where they're going at. It's just, I feel like it could be done better. Alright, let's, oh, it's also not aligned properly. So that's something. Alright, let's place this down. I'll try to get it as close to the actual texture as possible, which is right about there. Because what happens is we actually have like this little, thank you, there's actually like this huge gap in the ceiling right in the center of the room, and it looks like what I'm about to create here. So let's do that, let's do that, and it's pretty high up, right? Hopefully that doesn't, it only adds 1% to it. That's not bad. Of course, now it's completely different colors, so we're gonna have to go in here and we're gonna have to completely wipe it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to, like, let's do like light gray and make everything completely light gray. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back and we're just gonna add in the beige. Hopefully we did this properly. Is it working? There we go. Is it me or is it like slightly darker at the bottom? I like that effect. It definitely looks like it's darker at the bottom than the top. It's weird. I'll take it. Let's add that in. There we go. So now we have this, and what it's going to look like is, let's copy it and paste it, and we will have our corridor. Looks kind of like, it's like a 45, not 45, it's like a 90-degree angle, and it's a perfect square, so no, don't go, oh my god. Yeah, this is like the one time where I'm like, you know what, DualShock is cool, but Move is so much better in terms of like trying to deal with the stupidity that is trying to navigate three-dimensional space with a very simple, I guess, two-dimensionally built item. Let's try that. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Those are off-center partially. Perfect square. Yes, indeed, perfect, almost perfect square. Actually, it's not quite perfect. It's very hard to tell, I think, but like this side is slightly shorter than that side, and that side is slightly shorter. I guess because each side is like that, it creates a perfect square by accident, but not quite what I was hoping for. Either way, though, it works as I wanted it to. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in the floor, and we're gonna put this in the middle here, and we're just gonna copy it. It should copy over quite nicely. It should, but I didn't increase its size, so yeah. Now I have to, it seems to be by a fourth. So with this added on, we will have finished this area here. So let's just keep adding this in different directions. Problem is with 106's pocket dimension, I have to like go in every single corridor and discover each and every single different possible thing. I know about the trench one, where you're like you spawn in the trenches, and you have to like go in this room and crouch in this certain area, and you spawn in World War II trenches and like the planes flying above you. And yeah, I do want to make that. It's just that one's going to be like the most difficult one to make of all of them. So we'll see. Now, oh shit! Alright, well, I finished making this area. I almost forgot that I'm gonna have to copy and paste them, but there's these here, so it's gonna look kind of weird. But let's see where we go. Onward. What the? Where am I? Oh, this is horrible. What is this place? Oh my god, I don't like this at all. I'm jumping into the void. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what's happening anymore. I died. Okay, don't know, can't see. Yeah, I couldn't see either, don't worry. Well, but we have this, it's a start at least. actually it looks quite nice on the outside. It doesn't look half bad. But then there's the tiles and like the fact that it's in a horror game really doesn't ruin the aesthetic, doesn't it? So let's do these. Yeah. I'm gonna copy the floor. We're gonna make that not copy. I'm gonna select all of it, make it one thing. Then I'm gonna select everything there, except the floor, that one thing, and put them together. So now we have this item, and we'll save it. Almost pressed, didn't save. And what should I name? I'll name it 106 Tile Room 1. I'm not sure how many tile rooms there are, so we're gonna be specific with it, just in case there are several. Yeah, once I add this in here, it's going to be a huge update because when you think about it, aside from 106's pocket dimension, we have 1499. That's, I think, I guess there's like the wooded area one. I'm not sure what it's called. I think that was the one that Hidden Ziffers made. But like again, the game is like over halfway finished now because once I have this done, all I have to do is a heavy containment zone, finish that small section of like not the light containment zone, but like that small section of like the finished part of the map, you know, where everything is all nice and more office-like, and you leave out gate entrance B or A, and all this shit happens, right? Once I finish that, the game's done, and I can finally focus on adding in updates to add in more stuff as opposed to adding in updates to finish stuff. So, let's see here. Where is it? 106 dimension. It looked like yeah, it kind of did, didn't it? It looked like I almost want to say almost more like a mosque than a church, just because like the weird way it was shaped. It looks nice. I like it. Okay, maybe not a mosque. I'm not sure what it looks like, but I guess like a tunnel system, but that's a given. So let's do that. I'm gonna try to make this all in one map. I want to see how much I can get. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna have to like lengthen this. Let's do this one, right? Problem is people were gonna eventually figure out how to map this place out, and that's gonna suck. I hope they don't figure it out soon. I would make it randomized, but problem is I'm not very good at making randomized stuff because like the way it works, it just makes it really weird. Oh no, because you actually appear in the center. It's really weird. So, alright, what we're gonna have to do is actually we're gonna have to make some weird. Looks funky because it's white. I guess not really because it's white, just because of the shape. Honestly, like the shape is what's getting me. We're actually gonna have this like little layers. We're gonna make this like a lower layer, right? So we're gonna have this down here, and what's gonna happen is, and we can make it randomized for this one now because of the way it works. It's not a physical thing. It's kind of weirder. We're gonna add in a microchip here, right? And actually, let's find the one that I duplicated. Here it is. I'm gonna add in. I'm gonna duplicate all of them, but like I want to do the one I've duplicated already first because it's ready for me. So let's do this, right? And what we're gonna do is we already have the character in the game, so all I need to do is make a zone. And what we'll do is we'll make it to where when the character enters the zone, doesn't need to be voice crack. Doesn't need to be too large. Let's do like a square. Let me make sure there's very little margin of error. Come on, let me stretch it. There we go. You better explain the game, the media molecule. I don't think I am. I think I know how to explain the game in terms that I understand, and some people may share those same kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Preferences, I suppose. But I mean, I learned most of my stuff from Media Molecule. Maybe not from this game, more from LBP, but yeah. So either way, though, we have the sensor now. What we're going to do is we are going to add in a timer to add a short delay. Because I like adding in delays. It makes sure that there's really genuinely no glitches there. It's just a very small one. And we're going to add in a teleporter. So let's do that. And also, I like explaining stuff because I want to make sure that like everyone can follow along with me. Because I feel like if everyone can follow along with me, then it just makes it so much nicer. Because, like, say someone wants to make something as well, and they don't know how I'm doing it. If I explain it, then, maybe I made their job a little easier. It really does bring back memories, LBP. That was my childhood right there. I woke up at like 6 in the morning just to get on the PS3 and play that. LBP2, I should mention. I'm not a big fan of LBP3. In fact, I actually tried. I had this project where I tried remaking the story mode. Problem was, it's just very difficult. What you only have like room for 20 levels. It's not really fair. But yeah. So I tried remaking it actually. So let's actually name the tag. We're gonna name this Tile Center Room 1. I don't know. Tile Room 1, and then Center. So this is where you'll be teleported. For me, LBP in logic terms is much harder. I would actually agree. Yeah. Although Dreams has more stuff, LBP you're working with a lot less, and so it does definitely make it more difficult because like you don't have teleporters. Actually, I think you do in LBP. I can't remember. There's so much stuff that I can't really remember all of it, but I don't believe you have teleporters. Let's do what I name it. 106 tile room 1, I believe it was, or 106 tile something. Oh, come on. No, where's the tag? There it is. Tile room 1 center. All right. And we're going to just match orientation as well. And what's going to happen is when they get here, I actually want to let's do something a little cooler. We're actually going to add in another zone. And what we're going to do is we're going to move this zone over. Because what I want to do is this. Watch. So we're going to make it to where all sight really fades. Right? So we're actually going to add it into like right around here. Yes, there is. There is. Well, thank you for telling me. Oh yeah, there's a teleporter for sack people. That's right. I believe that was added in LBP3. Or this one just teleports objects. That's much cooler. But like in LBP3, I know that there's no laser scopes. You have to really work on trying to like add in line of sight and like have it like, oh, when there's something in between you two. It gets weird, right? I do know that because I remember I practically shit my pants when I saw the laser scope in Dreams because I'm like, oh my god, I can finally make like a line of sight and I can finally add in these cool things where it knows if it's behind this or behind that, and I was freaking out, and that made me very happy. So I remember that, but like there's a lot less stuff in here. Like I know that there's a lot of stuff in here that was also in LBP, but a lot of it isn't as advanced as it is here. So I can definitely understand why, and I can agree with that LBP logic was slightly harder. At least in that, it depends on what you're trying to make, I suppose. Alright. So let's like add in, I want to make it to where when you go further in, it, yeah, I want to like make it to where the further in you go. I wonder if it does that. Let's try something out. Let's try, I'm thinking here, yeah. So we're gonna get a variable modifier, and we're gonna get a variable, because I want to see if, like, if you get further, and maybe I can use a fall off zone. I believe that may work actually. Fall off zone should measure more precisely where exactly the player is. So if we do this, and we create that fall off zone to like right around there, it should actually measure it properly. Let's try that out. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna connect this to the variable modifier. We'll just name that. We'll just name this fade. We're gonna have more variables later, but as of right now, we only need to name one, so we're not gonna go overboard. And we're gonna have this to 28 because I believe the gamma is at 20, like negative 28 to positive 28. Let's just keep the trend. And we will have force reset, restore and rewind. Do not persist in dream. I like that. I think if you, yeah. Thick zone. Yes. So now that we have this, I'll just name it fade. Oh no, there's a bunch of variables because of the player. Let's just name it fade manually. That'll probably be easier. We'll do continuously while powered. And I want to see what happens now. So if, which one's the long hallway? Before I lose sight, here we are. Let's go right here. I believe that's in the zone. Oh wait, I forgot to title the zone. let's do tag, and let's do D class char. I cannot believe I forgot that. All right, quick, find the long hallway. Did I miss it? No, wait. Here it is, and right there, right there. Is it actually in the zone, or let's look. Ah, damn, it's right before it. All right, hold on. Let's turn off X-ray mode, and like just move you a little bit forward there. There we go. Let's see what happens. Hopefully. All right. Seems to be working. I believe I was correct that fall-off zones. Let's glue this to the screen here so I can see it. Let's try something else. Let's see what happens if I keep moving them forward. All right, there we go. So what I've just done here, for those of you who may not know, is also where's the character? Move. There he is. All right. So what you guys may or may not know, there we go, is that what I was trying to do here was in the game. Let's get rid of zones here. When you walk down a corridor, your sight really starts fading. It becomes really warped, and then you appear somewhere else, right? And the way I want this to work is I don't want it to where once you go in the zone, it does it automatically. Because let's say you walk backwards, it's going to keep doing it, right? And so it's going to become very messed up. Hey, how can I make a cube you can pick up like in Portal? I will show you that once I'm done with this here. This is going to be more than an hour long, don't worry. I'm going to stop at 5 a.m. Eastern Time. So I'll definitely show you how to do that. But I do want to finish explaining this first. It's going to be very short, though. Basically, what I did was I added in the zone here, right? And whereas the zone size here, this will basically say on or off, right? And I had a speculation that this here will kind of measure it, how close you are, right? The fall-off zone, I thought maybe that's kind of like where it is in certain parts. And so, like, if you're right here, the value is 1. Where if you're like right here, right before the actual zone, it's like the value is like 100, right? So it's a scale as opposed to on, off for the actual zone. So I thought if I connect like the zone sensor to a variable modifier and connect that to a variable, so that way as you get closer up the fall off zone, it will translate that to this variable and make it go higher in itself, right? Up to 28. I thought perhaps that may work, and I was correct. So I'm very happy with that. And now that I've done that, I know to do that in the future, and maybe this will help with coordinates and like saving and loading games. We'll find out. Now, really quickly to answer your question, how to make how can you make it to where you can pick up cubes like in Portal? I don't quite know how they do it in Portal. I can check though. I can go online here if my browser will actually work. All right, here we go. Oh, never mind it. All right, there we go. Let me look at this. I'm kind of curious now because I do want to help you out here. So I will check that out right now. Going on videos, and we're gonna see how this works. Ah, Jacksepticeye played Portal. I may want to watch that later. All right, I'm gonna watch the trailer because it looks like they're gonna do what you asked in the trailer. So, let's see here. Figuring it out. Figuring it out. Alright. What the hell is going on here? I want to see him pick up a block. Alright, I'll ask you the question then because I do not... Oh, I see it. Alright. So basically, you kind of like take control of the block. You can like move it. All right, I'll tell you how to do that. Yeah. So what you can do, or of Portal, I mean, I haven't seen Jacksepticeye play it, so I wouldn't know. I'll definitely check it out. So how can you make it to where like you pick up a block, right? Like you hold R2, whatever, right? And the block floats in front of you, and you walk around, and the block stays with you. Is that what you're talking about? Let's save it. Because if yes, then I can definitely give you some advice on that. In fact, I will gladly do it right now. Yeah? Alright, perfect. Well, we already have a block that we can use, so that's really useful. A perfect square, actually. I made it perfect myself. So we're going to place that down there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to use my D-class Char because he's the only first-person character I actually have. Basically, my most developed, my only real developed character. Oh yeah, I love how if I go here, I go like really fast. It's just a bunch of my voice. All right, where's my D-class Char? I swear, there it is. So what you can do, if I make him visible, and I'm gonna try to add this in. It's gonna be really weird though. It's gonna be really wonky adding this in. Luckily, R2 isn't actually used for anything in the game, so we're gonna be using R2. Right? We pick up this giant square here. Now, what you can do is I'm gonna go in here. You can follow along with me if you like. I highly suggest, because I'm gonna be figuring this out as you go, so I may be going a bit faster than usual. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place down a microchip on my characters. It can be here, it can be inside there. It doesn't really matter. I prefer to have it on the center of the player. That way, anything that's going out comes from this center here. That's what I do. Why don't you make a flat surface of blocks and stick them together? A flat surface of blocks, as in like, what do you mean? Are you referring to the cube here, or are you referring to, you'd have to be more specific. But while I wait for you to type that, what I'm gonna do now is, I'm gonna open up the microchip, right? And I'm first gonna add in a little sensory thing, basically like showing where you're looking, right? A lot of people do this already. We're going to be using a text displayer, I think would be the best thing to use. And we're just going to put it in the center of the screen, right? So it's right there, right? We're going to be using these here. And what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of border. We're going to get rid of shadow. We're going to make it completely curvy. We're going to go in here. We're going to do that. And I'm just going to keep adding in space. I don't feel like doing the manual. I feel like using autofit, so I'm just going to keep adding in space and subtracting spaces until it becomes a perfect circle. Then, we're going to make it smaller. I don't want to make it too small because I do want to be able to see it, but like, right there should work. Right. You could just make a flat surface of a few blocks and put them together, make a full one. I could do that, but what I want to do is I want to use as little gameplay space as possible. So I'm trying to have as few objects as possible. And so with this one, it's a bunch of squares in one thing here. And I find it the best way to really make something, to save both on graphics and on gameplay, to keep that good balance. Because if I go too far if I like have a bunch of different objects trying to make one thing, it's gonna kill my gameplay. And because I'm like so heavy on logic, with all this stuff here, I have to save as much gameplay as possible. Otherwise, it's gonna like affect the gameplay. All right. So with this here, what I'm gonna be doing? Wow, so many deleted comments, so many redacted comments. All right. So what we're gonna do is now we have this little dot here, and this dot basically just signals, all right, that's where you're looking, right? So what we can do here is now, although I don't really have a camera, I simply use this so it can't quite tell where you're looking. We're just going to use that dot to show that I'm pointing at this indeed. Alright? So what we're going to do now is we're going to add in ourselves... Let's actually use our site. I'm going to take advantage of this, right? But I'm going to make it from scratch, though. I'm going to make it from scratch. That way you're not missing out on anything, right? That way we're not skipping any steps. So I'm going to add in a zone here. And we're going to make it a very simple zone. Because I don't want to dwell on this too much, but I do want to show you what I would do. So we're gonna make it about this size here, right? We're just gonna make it a very basic zone. In fact, this will definitely not demonstrate site, really, not very well at least. So like that, right? Now what this zone is gonna be looking for is it's gonna be looking for a tag. Let's put it smack dab on the block right here. Right? Now this tag here, we're just going to name it box. Alright. Now, what we're going to do is when this senses box, right? And if the player presses R2, or more like holds R2. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this here. We're gonna grab a controller sensor. We're gonna delete all the wires on it, so it's completely vanilla, and we're gonna get an AND gate. So if the tag is sensed and the player presses R2, then it will activate the AND gate, and it will go on to step 3. Where is R2? There it is. So let's actually add in a signal manipulator, because I don't want it to be on a scale of like 0 to 100. I want it to be either on or off the second you add any pressure onto it whatsoever. So that's signal generator. Nope. Where is it? Signal manipulator. Here it is. So what this will do is basically we're gonna double it. So if there's even the slightest pressure on R2, right, it will instantly say, all right, it is most certainly on. So to do that, we're gonna grab this here, the little top one, right, with X, and you can like move it down or up. We're gonna move it up, and we're gonna keep moving up until it reaches 2. It's okay. Okay, we're gonna do this with the D-pad because it's too wonky. Right there. So now we're at 1. So now we're at 2 over 1, right? So that will get rid of any kind of like, pressure differences. It'll be on or off. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add in a tag here, and we're going to add in a signal. So we're going to add in 2 things. So let's add in a wireless transmitter and a tag, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to connect both. So we're going to just name this box follow tag. But let's actually shorten it to box FO tag, FO for follow. Right? And we're going to name this E. I don't really care. Right? So what we're going to do now is we are going to move E's little spot, right, where it's going to be to like right around here. Right? So make sure it's definitely in front of the player. Right? So it's right about there, still about eye level, and we're definitely going to make this a lot smaller too. Right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to go into the box, because now the box needs to follow the tag when it senses it. And this is very simple, right? It's not going to be very complicated, because like if you have several boxes, the boxes won't know which one you're talking about. This will only work for one. I may make a video later on kind of showing how to do it in full, but this is definitely to get you started. What we're going to do now is we're going to have a, we're going to have, let's see, a wireless receiver, and we're going to name it box, and it should come up as box fo tag. There we go. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to movers, and we're going to grab a follower, and we're going to find E. Should be right there. Perfect. And then we're going to do that. And if you really want to try to like make it work, then what you can do is you can actually create like a talk between the two. So if this senses that one, then you could try. You'd have to have wires though going in between them, as far as I know. But for one box, this should work. Let's try it out. Right? Now if you notice, it's not doing it. That may be because the box is set as cannot move. So if we actually get rid of that, movable. Let's try that out. Where are you? Right? Now if you notice, it's still not doing anything, right? We have to figure out why. So looking at it, oh, maybe because this is not remote control. Let's fix that. So make sure that you make this remote control, because you definitely want it to be able to sense it, or you can just connect it to your main puppet sensor, which mine is right there. I'm only doing this separate one so you know that I'm using this. Let's try that out now. Let's see if it works. Right? Still doesn't work. So now we have to figure out, well, why isn't it, right? So let's see. Well, this one isn't sensing anything. That's because we forgot to name it, of course. So we're going to name it, go to tags here, and name it box. So now, of course, we're going to increase this a little bit to compensate. There we go. Let's try it out. Right? Still doesn't work, so that means that it must be either a problem with the follower or with that. So let's try this out here. Let's add in a counter, and we're going to override this here. Actually, it's remote control. Oh, So that's working. The problem is the follower isn't, right? Well, why not? Right? That's because it's not sensing it. Well, did we see that? That's the zone right there. The zone is too small, so we're gonna make this scene wide. Now, if we press R2, it's following it. It's trying to, right? In fact, you can see it shaking slightly. It's just not strong enough. So now we're gonna increase the strength. There we go. Right? And of course, we're gonna we can try smoothing it out with dampening a little bit. Right? And then of course, we can kind of bring it down to 99-ish, kinda. Maybe change it up a bit, right? Make that 96, make that 99, make that 98. What will happen there is it'll probably cause it to rotate slightly. As you can see, it is rotating slightly. And of course, you can go a little further with it, right? But that's basically how you do it. So if we do that, do that, do that, now it's rotating. And I think that looks pretty cool. So, and it should be that where you, when you walk around, right? Right? Of course, if you notice, it's, there we go. It's trying to follow you. So there you go. Does that answer your question? Of course, you can't really, throw it anywhere. But what you could do is you could make it to where do this, and you can actually add in a repulse thing here. So you can add in a force applier, wherever that, here it is, a force applier. Do that, and then what you do is, watch this, you can get a timer here, and you're gonna need another AND gate, and what you're gonna do, let's pause it, and what you're gonna need is, watch this. So, if the AND gate here is off, right, and if this here is on, activate the force applier. Now, it sounds kind of weird, right, because you're adding in two things, but this causes a delay, which is why it will work. So we're going to just do that. Let's try this out here. There we go. Let's make it really strong. Push, yes. Radial, yes. Target position, there we go. Let's try that out. Let's see if it works. And doesn't work. Let's also check the zone, too, because I have a feeling the zone isn't very... Yep. Let's make that way low. Oh, okay. Well, wrong way. Or change the follower to run away. No, I'm actually using a force applier because if we do the follower to run away, it'll always go in a specific direction. But now, if you let go of it, it should try to push it. Of course, now we're going to be using the counter again to see what specifically is going on. Because you could make it run away, but the force applier or the runaway both would have to work a certain way. It both would work via that right there, right? So it's really just preference at that point. But let's try this out. Let's do that here. And so it's too short, that's why. In fact, you actually see it being pushed away slightly. So really what you can do is you could also increase that time there. There we go. And of course, if you want to, you can increase that. And now what happens? There we go. So now you have a little grabby thing. And bah. So I actually really like that. I think that's pretty cool. Of course, you can bring it up again and bah. So there you go. Really quickly now, I'm gonna put all the logic on screen and let you kind of look at it, just to help you out there. So what you have here is, let's actually bring it over here. So we have the box, the player's logic, the box's logic, and the tag, and it looks like this. So let me bring that over and rotate it. So this here is just a dot. So you can actually, you don't even really need that, but that's what we have. And this here senses box. This here is box. So kind of do that. course, this here senses box photag, and this that sends box photag. This is a box photag. I'm like trying to make sure everything here follow E. There's so much stuff. This is E. Make sure that's visible. It seems like a lot. I know it does. I'm trying to like make it as simple as possible. I want everything on screen so you can really tell, and force applier just does a force applier thing. So that's what it looks like. And we can get rid of that so the zone's not there. So that's all the stuff. I hope that answered your question, because that was actually really fun to make. I've never done that before, so this is my first time trying. So there we go. And now I will exit out of the creation here, because I don't want to waste too much space on here, because I'm really running out of space. But there we go. So let's see, we're at 1 hour and 10 minutes. It's 4:43. We have 20 minutes left, so about an hour and 30 minute stream. That's pretty cool. So with this here, right? What we were working on before I left was adding in that fall off zone to really add in like a cool little darkening effect. So let's continue with that. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna add in a gradient effects, and just go a little further right there, and we're just gonna make it like really weird looking. So actually we're gonna delete that wire, and we're gonna make it really dark. We're gonna make it, I'm thinking very blurry, motion blur, wait, which way is blur, which way is moving the slider to the right will blur it, moving to the left will blur, and then blur. There we go. Let's add in a lot of grain, all the grain. I want every last bit of grain. Add a bunch of, let's just make everything crazy. There we go. At this point, let's just do that. And then what's gonna happen is we're gonna, what I want to do is something along the lines. All right. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in a timer here, because I want it to be where it fades away as well. Problem is, it's probably not. It'll instantly fade away because it'll be teleported instantly down there, right? So I will instantly turn off. But I don't want to do that. So what we're gonna do is we're going to make another one, right? We're gonna do that, right? And what we're gonna do is, once it senses this and takes you down there, I want to like do something along the lines of bring it down, right? 5 seconds sounds like it's more than good enough, right? We already have it down there, I believe, and now we just have to connect it to the object. So we're gonna do that, and we actually have to zoom in for this one, so we have to do that. Go right you. So let's try this out. Here we go. So it'll become, it should, I mean, I can't really see now, but the if that is, oh, did we, oh no, I think I forgot to, yep, all right, change that to tag, change that to D class, what actually senses me. And now what we're gonna do is we're going to get rid of that so it's automatically nice and dark. And we're gonna wait for darkness to complete. Wait, no, I need to. Shit. Whoops. Let's try it again. Damn, I don't know which direction I have to go. This is a problem. All right. Which way am I headed? Me. So if I look forward, there's one right there. No. 2 over. All right, there we go. Cool. So not that one, it's this one. All right, getting super grainy. Oh, that is so trippy. Oh my god. But it's not going away. And also I'm stuck here. So now we have to look over at that microchip and see why it's not stopping. Oh, I did. Oh wait, no, is it just naturally that grainy? Oh, maybe it's because like it's not supposed to be so bright. Oh, that's a problem. Let's get rid of some of that grainy effect, I suppose. Maybe I went a little too hard on that in the dark. Yeah, probably went a little too hard on that in the dark. Yeah, that's a problem. Let's go over to grain here. Ooh, okay. Like right there. And now we're also gonna lower. Oh, okay. Well, let's lower you onto the ground there. Oop. Make sure your legs aren't super bent. Right there. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to make it to where this does a pulse instead of on. So there we go. Now what should happen is this. So let's go to this one. We're also going to make it a little brighter so you can see. But you walk through, and it's going to get really grainy. Grainy, 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 grainy. I like that. It didn't quite get dark enough, though. But I like the look of this. It definitely screams I'm gonna die. I don't know if nothing else does. So we're doing a great job. I'm really happy with this. All I want to do now, if I can see. Oh wow! All right, I'll go over here. Is I want to make it to where it gets really dark because it wasn't really doing that, was it? Where is that tunnel? There it is. So we're gonna change that. Because I believe perhaps I didn't make it dark enough. Let's try that test mode because I still don't know how to do test mode. Where is it? Like, test mode. All right. Can I like paste this to the screen? All right. How do I do this? Okay. All right. Can I possess? All right. So we're gonna go in this one. Oh, this is so weird. All right. Let's try it out. Let's see what happens. And then I'm teleported. And it fades away. Alright. So it seems to work in that sense. The problem is oh, now I'm just in regular play mode. The problem is it just doesn't seem dark enough. That's a bit of a problem. I don't quite know what I would do to fix it. I mean, it's good where it is now. I just feel it could be better, but maybe. Oh, let's try it out. So let's walk even while shit goes crazy. Also, it could be that I'm not giving it time to actually like fully transition. Is it getting brighter? It is. It definitely is getting brighter. It's just very. Oh no! You know what? I know what's happening. It's because the original one isn't much darker to begin with. That's. Oh my god! This is so annoying. This one thing here is causing all the problem. No, maybe not. Maybe. Well, Vignette isn't helping. Let's lower that to like 50. And what I'm gonna do is let's do like 54. I don't know why I went so far up. There we go. Let's see what it looks like when you're in that tile room, and we may or may not add more. Alright, so here, oh, I like that because it's really blurry, and then it gets better. This is definitely looking very nice. I think we're doing a pretty good job. Also, hello, Shuichi Saihara. I take it you're new here. If you don't know what we're doing, I'm currently trying to make SCP-106's Pocket Dimension, and it's coming along quite nicely. I'm glad you could join us. We're actually about to end in 8 minutes, but you didn't miss too much, really. So I really like the way this looks, and I like how it's just complete darkness. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn on my computer, and we're going to continue on. So let's go here. But we're doing a very good job. Luckily, 106's dimension is so weird and wacky that it doesn't really, I don't have to make continuity. Like, I can have this, and it works. It's the weirdest thing. Yeah, I've been coming around from time to time. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you like it. That does mean a lot to me. So, we're going to continue. And I'm going to... I hate 106's pocket dimension. It hurts me. Because it's actually really creepy. Alright, here we go. You should be able to hear it. Alright. Here we... I can't see. Alright, I can see. Let's head in this direction. Ugh, I hate this so much. Oh, where am I now? Oh, more tiled floors. This one is not right. Alright. So, tiled floors again. We're gonna do one last asset before I go. Actually, 8 minutes may not be long enough. I'm not sure. Perhaps not. Because it's kind of a weird asset. It looks like to be a decagon, which would be kind of hard to make in here properly. I could make use of the mirrors though, so we can try it out. We'll do that really quickly. So, all right, let's use a mirror, and I want 10. Oh my god! And then what we're gonna do is try 4th, maybe. I need to place it down, I suppose. All right. Wait, no, it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's another small problem. All right. That's because there's 2 in each. Oh, that is... So we only need 5 then, really. Let's try that out. Oh my dear. Alright, there we go. So if I'm correct, that should work. If we... No. Like that. There we go. Then if we stretch it in both directions... We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have 10. Kind of an odd looking 10 though, isn't it? It's not really... We're gonna have to use precise move. If we don't, it's because it's not really proper. It should look more like that. Like right about there. Then what I can do is we can move it outwards a bit, stop at that point. So now what we have is a tunnel area, which is really good. So now we're also going to increase the size a bit, because actually let's turn on grid here. You'll see what I'm doing. There we go. Because what I want to do is I want to fit a player in here, but I believe it may be too small. We'll just use Hunter. Oh my god. Never mind. We'll use my D class, because I don't feel like deleting that. And we'll see if this works. Yeah, I'm really loving the fact that I can live stream. Yeah, no, it's way too small. Luckily, we can just increase the size based off of this. It's actually quite large. And I didn't count how many tiles there were. That's the problem. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's about 6, like 6.5. So we're gonna grab ourselves... Oh, let's actually grab this, because I need to compare. I need to keep the sizes consistent. Otherwise, it'll be. I guess it would help with the aesthetic, but I do want to keep it consistent so I can at least keep the scale right. Seems to be one more. There we go. Perfect. So now that we have this, we can measure it properly. Whoa, wait a second. That's a problem. It appears to me that it's not quite perfectly straight. Let's do that. Let's try that now. Almost. Let's because if I can get it completely level, it'll level out every single other one. So it will definitely be worth it. Ah, I'm like working with like tenths of a degree. Right, alright, we're gonna stop right there. That's about as close as I'm gonna get. Alright, so now we're just gonna increase the size to about 6 tiles, which is huge. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we're almost there. So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're at exactly 6. Slightly under 6. So we'll just increase the size a bit. Right there. So a little larger because it's like 6.5. So like right around there. Oh, I have a new follower. Huh. That's cool. Alright. So, alright. I believe you may have already left, but I will see you later. Thank you for joining the stream. So now we have this Goliath monstrosity. Let's like thin it out a bit. Let's not have it so... What am I... Okay, it's getting weird. No, just go... that is... What is happening? Alright. I don't know. Is it getting small? Oh my... It's getting smaller. Let's try approaching it from this side, maybe? I don't know. Oh, that is... Okay. That's not gonna happen. Yeah. No, you know what? We're gonna leave it like that. It's not bad. It's just not preferable. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna stretch this, if it'll let me. All right, there we go. It's not going weird. And we're gonna like stretch this out to like right there. Now it costs a lot though, which is a problem. So we're gonna have to lower the graphics of this a little bit. And cool thing is, it's like a gritty, dark red. It's really nasty looking. It looks kind of funky. It does look really funky. On the inside, it looks more, well, like a tunnel. I will say, though, it looks odd at the top. It shouldn't be so oddly... It's, like, misshapen. Oh, that's why. Wait, no, it's... Is that an optical illusion, or is it... Yeah, it definitely looks really weird. That is odd. I think it's because it's supposed to be... Because I noticed it's, like, in twos like that, right? So there's definitely a right way to do it, but I think I may not have it properly. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Oh, what's it like in the game? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But it's like a weird 10. I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at. Yeah, it does look really weird now that I look at it. Oh, that is gonna bug me. I'm not quite sure what I should do here. I mean, ooh, that's weird. Well, it's time for me to go to sleep. So we're gonna come back to this because I don't know what I would do to fix this. It is weird looking. I'd probably have to fix this. I think it's because that. If I were to, yeah. I think if I were to actually rotate it slightly and then like change the way it works. Let's try that really quickly. Because maybe what I want to do is like get it like this. But then it's it just gets worse. It just gets worse. All right, we'll work on this later. Because as of right now, I'm at a loss. But we've made a good amount of progress. So I'm gonna just save this as a sculpture 106 tunnel 1. I tried turning, but the problem is it's not quite symmetrical. So if I turn it a little, then it's actually gonna be 9 sides as opposed to 10. So I'm not quite sure what I'd do. I mean, I'll figure it out. 9 sides wouldn't hurt, but it's like, man, I wish I could make it look nicer. But it's cool. It's cool, because we'll figure it out, right? At least we have the foundation for it. So, yeah, this turned from a Bloodborne thing to an SCP live stream in a heartbeat. I mean, no Bloodborne. We're not doing that. That was never a thing. So really quickly, before I go, I do want to check and see if there's anything else on Dreams with this. We'll do newest. And SCP-096 AI. Read description. I wanted to make this work, but I need help. Comment if you need to know. AI. Well, what's AI about it? He's just crying. Alright, I mean, it's interesting. Oh, it's Godzilla rules. It's nice that he's actually, like, making SCP stuff and not spamming. That's pretty cool. What? If he gets banned? Oh my, what did I miss? Oh, Jesus. Oh, deleting the puppets microchip probably didn't do you any favors. Oh, I didn't use that one. I used the one that's not the enemy so I can start from scratch. Well, you can shut up! Whoa, that's like suddenly hostile. Oh my god. Well, you can shut up and go away. I'm tired of people who think they're being so retarded, needing to tell me to give up no cause. I'm not going to just leave me alone. Hold on. Well, you can shut up and go away. I'm tired of people who think they are being so retarded, needing to tell someone to give up. Period. No, because I'm not going to just leave. No, because I'm not going to. Period. Just leave me alone. Period. I already have a bad life. Didn't need you to say this. Bye. You can report me. I don't care. I'm retarded. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did I miss something? I mean, Prime Emu was pretty polite. Oh, dear. If I get banned, I don't care. I'll play Gmod. Other games just stop. I didn't need you to interrupt me because I'm a bot. Oh, I didn't know, but you didn't need to say something. Jeez, no need to be so mean. He was giving you, like, oh my god, this is... Jesus Christ. Oh, damn. Prime Emu, at least you're being a good sport about it. Wow, this guy. Bad mood, I guess. Wow. I don't know. Hello. I don't know what I just came across. I don't know if I want to help him. I think he might, like, blow up on me. Perhaps, but, like, wow. Okay. Oh, there's a new SCP-087 game. That's right. I played this a little bit. I didn't play it to the end because I thought I'd save it for a live stream. So before I go to sleep, I'm going to play this. And it looks really nice, actually. I like the way it looks. Like, this is the... I'm not sure if you can set difficulty. Oh! No night vision. I won't be able to see. So you can do either Euclid or Keter. Alright. I'm gonna do... I'm gonna do Euclid because, like, I want to be able to at least see. Yeah, this is really cool. I really like the way this looks. Do I wish to continue? What if I say no? Oh, okay. Let's try that again. Access files. Okay, yes. Continue. I like the loading screen too. This is like really cool. This week was very strange. A SWAT truck stopped in front of your house and a bunch of soldiers broke and stole your lamp. let me see here. If I may ask, how so yourself did you get used to logic and dreams? I've played LBP, Little Big Planet 2 specifically, so I've had prior experience with logic. I'll get into that, but first I want to ask, are you okay? First of all, I'm not sure what was up with the lamp. Oh, that is loud. Turning that down. I'm sorry to hear that a SWAT truck broke into your house and stole your lamp. I hope that lamp wasn't very important to you, but I understand it's the principle. I have no idea what to say about that. I genuinely have no clue. Is there like a menu, or is this my night vision? Because if this is my night vision goggles, this is horrible. Ooh, I don't like the sounds that this is making though. Also, I'm glad to see you're fine. But yeah, more specifically on how I got into logic. In Little Big Planet, I played a game called Angry Whale Encounter, and I tried to recreate that. Right? So I recreated Angry Whale Encounter. Not very good at all. Nowhere near good. But I tried. Right? So I worked with like basic impact sensor, basic counters and timers. Well, we'll continue. That's cool how he has like little audio cues. This is like probably my favorite SCP-087 so far, cause that right there is really cool. Like there's actually like human interaction. But yeah, I start off with like just like timers and counters. Like, all right, that starts there and then it does this, right? And then I got a little more like now I have sensors, right? Now I like tried working with that, and basically I just like slowly added more and more onto it. It was a very slow process. It took me like several years to get to where I am now. Oh shit! Oh, bro. Damn, that was. Oh, are we at the top now? I like that. All right, I like this level a lot. I can't heart it again. I already hearted it. This one deserves more. If you guys haven't played this, you need to play it because this is like my favorite one. I think of all the SCP-7s, this is my favorite. And for some reason, one of the soldiers said that the Foundation will make good use of. Oh no, it's the milk lamp. Oh no, they took your milk lamp. How could they? But either way, though, when it comes to logic, it was a slow process, right? I got better and better over time. In fact, in Dreams, if you want to see what my very first creation looked like on here, I can show you. It's not very good. If we go to newest and we just do Dreams and go way back, I'll show you where I started. It's pretty embarrassing. Actually, if we do scenes and go even further back, it's bad. Going quite the way. Here we go. Here we are. So if I show you this was my very first creation in Dreams. What's the update anyways? Oh, that's cool. So right here, this is my very first SCP creation and first creation. And in one of these hallways is my play. Alright, here's 173, right? And you can see the microchip I kind of like just placed on there haphazardly, right? And this is what I used, right? It's far simpler than other stuff. So basically, it's activate after 5 seconds, right? And basically, it's like, if the player can see 173, then don't move. And this here is, I can see, I'm not sure what I was trying to do here, or why I have that and that connected at the same time. And I also connected that, like, I have no idea what I was doing. Thank you. Please don't judge, because this is horrible. I have no idea what I was doing, right? But I tried it out, and I had the basic idea. Like, for example, after that timer, he does move. Like, he'll move. Well, when the player looks away, he'll move. Let me find the player. Like, if we do that, then you'll actually see him go, pew! And zoom right. Oh. Well, yeah. So, like, the basic idea was there, and I just built off of it, right? And I made SCP Site Redacted, and it was very simple at first. In fact, if we go back to its first iterations, we're not going to do SCP Containment Breach, like the actual one, my very first dream, because in doing that, it's not going to be very, there's basically no logic there. But if we go back here, and I'll show you where I started, because it's really crazy. It's not that, if you saw the thermometer in more detail and saw just how bad the architecture was, it was pretty bad, I think. I mean, I guess it's not as bad as it could have been, but like to the standards I've set for myself, I feel like it's like I'm not ashamed of it. Like I'm overreacting a bit, but I'm like I wasn't actually ashamed of it. It's just like, wow, that doesn't look nice. Do I really have to? Okay, we're gonna do this the hard way. Because I do want to show you this, and show you kind of like where I started, because I feel like it's really cool when you look at it. If we go into D-Class Char, actually, that would be like the best scenario. So if we look at it now, right, if we go to the most recent one, and we open this up, you see all this stuff, right? It's like, there's a bunch of stuff here. But like the menu system, all this stuff is very new. If we go back even 4 months, if we go back 4 months from 05, so is that, yeah. So if we go back to January, you'll see what it looks like, and it's just a progression. And so, like, if you have any questions, I can, oh, it stops at, wow, that was a sudden little bit there. Let's start here. Let's do December 13th. So if we look at this, way different. First of all, it's 40% gameplay, because I was horrible at making menu logic back then, right? This is the old menu logic. Some of you guys may remember it from when I was still trying to make stuff. And like, yeah, so although it's more complicated, it's definitely not better. It's way worse, in fact, actually. It's very inefficient, right? And that looks complicated because it kind of is with just how much I shoved into there. 40%. Wasn't very good at shoving it in there. If we go back just to here, you can see kind of where it started. So it's all actually even further back. There's no menu system. That was a little too far. But like, so it starts off way simpler. So now all you have is like, you have a blink meter. You don't even have the meter actually. You just have a timer that goes very slowly, and when it reaches 0 you blink, right? So we've gone even further back. We have the little thing that, like, when you pick up the document, it says press square. We have the actual menu system. I think it just doesn't have anything else added on to it. And you have site from 173. And if we go back even further, it basically just becomes a blank puppet. So let me read these well. Well, you're getting along. After all, a group of armed soldiers did not break into your house and stole your lamp and your chicken nuggets. Ah, you know, your chicken nuggets. That's horrible. We're not gonna count that because that's like basically nothing changed. Now, if we go back here, I don't know what's going on now. I'm kind of curious. Let's find out. This is back when the fog was still pretty bad. So now, there's no blink meter. there's no blink meter. All you have is basically this here, which just turns on the fake menu, and like everything is shoved up here for some reason, like the blinking meter and stuff like that, I think. And so yeah, really what happens is it's a slow progression. You go from like very simple, from this being the very first iteration. Even I don't know what's actually here. This is the very first iteration, so I'm kind of curious now. Not much change it seems, except for all of the wires going into the player. But so this is the very first iteration, right? It's not too complicated. If I were to organize it, it'd be a lot simpler looking. Like this really can go like right there, all that stuff, right? But you start off very simple, and you just take off with it. It was a very, very slow process, a very slow, painful, 10-month-long process. But it wasn't really that painful. It was actually more fun because like the fact that I was able to squeeze so much out of it, like it's like an adventure, really. I find it. So if you need help with anything, like logic-wise or sculpting-wise, I'm not the best at sculpting, but I can make basic shapes. If you need help with logic though or stuff like that, you can ask me, and I can kind of show you how I would do it, and maybe help you along. So, but definitely what I would suggest is find a project that would take a long time to do. Like I'm doing this, something that like you can constantly update and evolve. That way, as your game gets better, as you get better at the game, and as you learn how to make stuff more efficient and better, your game gets better too. And so it's like a journey with you and your project. And that will probably help you become very good at logic or very good at sculpting or whatever thing you decide to do, right? Because that's what I'm doing, and I found that worked really well. Because the first game, like the first few updates, it was basically empty room, and as I learned, I just got better. What is the silver arrow next to site redacted? The silver arrow? Oh, this I entered it into the science fiction community jam. Of course, I think it was in version 0.3 at the time, so I don't know why I thought it would get anything, but I tried. I tried, and nothing happened. And now I can't submit it anymore. So when the full thing comes out, yeah. So. Another thing I do is I would play Little Big Planet and also get used to the logic in there, because although it's harder to make complicated stuff in LBP, if you try making just simple stuff, it's like LBP 3 is a lot easier to slow yourself into. LBP 3 and 2. So where this one is, it's free reign. Like I mean, it's 3-dimensional, so you can have as many. It's way more complicated, right? Versus 2.5D. So I would start in LBP3 if you can, as it's good practice, but you don't have to. You can start here, but Little Big Planet's basically what I grew up on and how I did it. Do I intend to put SCP-096 in the game? Yes, I do. Yes, I do, definitely. So as you guys know, I'm trying to make this game with literally only me as the credits, and it's very difficult. So character modeling being my worst possible thing. Like if it's one thing I can do basically everything here except character modeling. I can do basic architecture, that's not a problem. I can do logic very well, that's not a problem. It's character design that I suck at. And I don't know how to do it. So that will be a little later, but I definitely do plan on adding an 096. I want to do that when I finish Heavy Containment Zone, because I want him to be part of that as well, especially 049. But everything that's in the original Containment Breach version will be in this game, as well as some stuff from the Unity version, and then some ideas of my own. But as of right now, I'm trying to make this a faithful remake of the original, at least at a base level, because I feel like there's not enough. I feel like SCP Containment Breach needs to be on PS4. What is the Heavy Containment Zone? Is it a game? I'll show you, actually. Heavy Containment Zone is a part of this. So if we play here, and we go in just right into the game, there are three main sections to the game, right? At least what I know, there are three. I guess you could say four, really. So there's a light containment zone. Now the light containment zone is like this, right? You know, this kind of design, right? The walls, everything here is light containment zone, right? So this is all light. LCZ, as it can be called, right? Everything here, light containment zone. And now you get to heavy containment zone, like you start to reach that part when just kind of go through. I should like create like a developer's hack kind of thing. Make it so I can have like infinite run or like infinite teleportation. Cause you know what? I'm gonna cheat. We're gonna go into here. Now, heavy containment zone is when you start getting into areas. Alright. That's right, I added in I added in rendering. I screwed myself. I can no longer cheat. I'm too awesome. Damn it. Alright, heavy containment zone is when you get to... Oh! 170%. That was actually me, like, jumping, because I blinked in real life, and then I open my eyes, and I see him in the corner, and I'm like, oh, shit, I'm gonna die. So, we're almost there, though, so don't worry. So HCZ, heavy containment zone, I'm gonna call it HCZ and LCZ, because that's so much easier on the mouth. I've been talking for, like, an hour and 30 minutes, almost 2 hours now. Really, and I don't have a bottle of water down here. I should have brought one down. That's my fault, but, like, damn, I should have thought ahead on that. So, if we go through it, now, again, all of this so far, everything you've seen, is LCZ. So then, if we go to the right here, like, right here is the start of the heavy containment zone, the HCZ. So you have, like, this little, checkpoint area, and if you do everything right and you turn off that screen there, then what's going to happen is this will become unlocked, and you can open the doors and go through. And now the heavy containment zone, I keep saying I'm going to call it HCZ, but then I don't call it that, so I'm really screwing myself over here. But well, my rendition of it, because I can't really make this one as easily as I can make the other one, because the textures are a bit too complicated for me, but it looks more like this. So now we're on the other side of the door, and we're over here. Also, there's no music, because, like, I didn't add it in yet. I'm still developing it, but this is what the heavy containment zone looks like. So it's a lot more gritty, right? A lot different. And so this is section 2 out of the 4 sections. Now in the HCZ, there's also like the tunnels, like the maintenance tunnels below. That's the 3rd section, and then the 4th section is like the end of the game. HCZ is also what's called. The energy you have is good, makes you stand out in a good way. I didn't know I had energy. I just thought I'm just trying to keep the silence away. Is honestly what I'm trying to do. But thank you. If I'm not mistaken, it was in this version I discovered your channel and your project. I remember seeing the video. Oh, really? Well, that's cool. Yeah, this is what I'm working on. I've added a bit more. I think I added the Tesla gate. I think it was off stream or an off video. Like I added, like, I think I made the pillars, but I didn't actually make the hallway on stream. So this is what it looks like, and it looks really nice. I'm very happy with it. So this is HCZ. This is like the second part of the map. This is like the largest area, and this is what I'm working on so far. The problem is it's very large, and there's a lot of uniquely shaped rooms. So what I want to do, Um, so what I want to do is I want to try doing something a little easier first because I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little lazy. Um, so I'm doing 106's dimension, which happens to spawn you in the HCZ, so it doesn't really help. Do you intend to put the SCP-294 in the game? The coffee machine. I've heard of it. I believe it just gives you basically whatever you ask for. If I remember correctly, let me go online here and search it just to make sure I'm right. If so, honestly, I would expect that to be in like a staff room. It's weird that the game is so dark and stuff like that, but the Tesla gate is so cartoony. Yeah, I actually plan on adding in like because in the actual Containment Breach game, the original PC version, it doesn't actually explain why it's there. But it's very obvious it's to stop SCP-106, right? So I thought to myself, what if I like add a document in that documents the initial installations of the Tesla gates, right? Because like it would be cool because that's like that could be why there's so many, right? Because like let's say that you're walking around and 106 breaches containment, right? And he like starts chasing you, like, oh, go to Tesla gate B to like evacuate the building through Tesla gate B, and then activate the procedure to recapture 106. Because like there's a reason they're there, and it's a really cool reason. It's just that it wasn't fleshed out in the original game. So I definitely want to do that. I was thinking about that when I saw it in Jacksepticeye's Unity playthrough when he was playing the Unity version, and I'm like, you know what? It seems so weird that they're there, and I think he remarked on that, and I'm like, and I think he even showed like the procedure for the Tesla gate, and I'm like, I should put that in this game, and I should make it very, I should like add in like a desk somewhere and like put the paper down and be like, that's why it's there, that reason right there. Also, for your question, 294, yeah, I would definitely add it in the game as like a, but I feel like I feel like that could be like manipulated because if I'm gonna put that in there, I want to make it to where it's actually the SCP, not just like you can have this drink and this drink, right? Because then it's just a vending machine. Coca-Cola God level. Well, and the SCP-2. This will appear in the future. I don't even know what these SCPs are. I have to go and search for them. So the coffee machine, I'll add that in only if I'm able to make it literally give you whatever the player asks for. Maybe like or maybe I'll hard code as many things as possible. I'll definitely add in some obscure. I want to add in little eye droplets. I saw someone make them on Dreams already. If I search for it, I said I was gonna end at 5, but I'm still here. I cannot believe myself. I'm gonna be hurting in the morning tomorrow. But if I go into elements, it was definitely here, and there it is, SCP-131. I want to add those in. And I'm gonna start reading up on some SCPs and just try to find as many as I can to add them in. But I want to make sure it's not too many because this is an actual site, not in real life, but like we're pretending it's an actual site, right? So no site would have more SCPs than it can handle. I would add SCP-999. I'm thinking about it, but I do want to make sure I limit how many SCPs there are in the actual place. It could be used to calm down SCPs like 106. That could work actually. That would be an interesting idea. But I feel like then you could kind of just use it all the time. Like if 049 is chasing you, just throw 999 at it. Like there you go, have fun, hugs, and then walk away. And then if like 106 starts chasing you, run back, like snatch 999 away from 049, throw it at 106. So I feel like it could be I feel like it could be misused quite a bit. So I don't think I think I may add that in as like a peaceful room, maybe like a small break room, kind of like how the dragons were for Unity, like the Here Be Dragons. But I'm not sure because I want to make. I don't want to have too many SCPs in the game because if I have too many, it'll go from horror to unrealistic because it gets to a certain point where it does walk around the facility. I suppose you can maybe 207 is literally Coca-Cola that makes you run like a cheetah anymore. If you drink too much, you have a heart attack. Wow. The easiest SCP to add is the pill things. I actually fun fact, I already made it. I just haven't added it in the game yet because I don't there's no need to really. That and I don't feel like it because if I add it in, I'd have to add in all the ways you can die that the pill would save, and so God, I love that. I love how it's just like a bunch of like poorly cut parts of my voice. Where is it? Where's SCP 500? I'm like FPS counter. Oh, there it is. SCP 500. So there it is. Is that 131? Yeah. 131 was made here. I didn't make it. I did not make 131. Someone else did. But I do plan on adding that in. Maybe I'll add in like a safe section of the facility, like a completely off section where you just get to relax until 106 decides to just fuck with you and just like, you're dead. But I definitely want to do that. And you know what? I'll make it to where there are no Tesla gates in the safe section. Because you don't want to electrocute 999. So if you go there, it's at your own. You're gonna think you're safe. You'll think you're safe, and then 106 will pop out of nowhere and chase you. That would be the worst possible thing I could do to someone. I love that. Thank you guys so much for that. That is a horrible idea, and I'm gonna do it. But either way, though, so I guess a summary is I'm not gonna be adding in a bunch of it. I'll add in a bunch. I'm not gonna be adding in a shit ton of SCPs, because in doing that, where's 131, those cute bastards, I'm not gonna be adding in a bunch, because if I do, it's gonna like, there's gonna be more SCPs. I already added it in, actually. In fact, if I go, a cool little fun fact actually is if we play the map 1, there's a glitch where you'll instantly spawn in the gas mask room. I don't know why. It only happens if you play the scene without playing it in the dream. It's right here. And if I put it on, because I'm not in the dream, it's just going to end the scene. But there is actually a 1499 dimension. Yes, I will also add the femur breaker. If it's in the original, it will be in this game. Really, you haven't found it? Yeah, no, it's definitely here. This facility, I'm not going to show you what it looks like. I want you to have to find it on your own. But it's in there. It's definitely in there. In fact, actually, if you go into your inventory, I'll use this dimension because it's the easiest. It's right there. If you actually go into your inventory and you go into SCPs, you'll find it right there. So these are all the SCPs I plan on adding in the game. All the ones that you can pick up. There will be others that you can't pick up, right? But these are the ones you can. 420J is there too. So currently there's 1499 and 1025. The rest have not been added in yet. I plan on adding in 500 shortly. And as for papers, all of these are here except for 035. Apparently I forgot to add that paper in. I have the paper. It's just I forgot to place it down in the map. Am I adding? Yes, I am. I'm adding in 914. In fact, actually, that's why there's two different versions here, because I'm adding in 914. I also plan on adding in all of these here. I've added in batteries. I have not added in these four yet. And I plan on adding in hazmat suits, ballistic vests, and these two are already in the game. In fact, I haven't added in ballistic vests and hazmat suits down here yet. They're going to be below small medical kit. So, yeah. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now. And I do want to get off because although I love doing this, I'm seriously going to be in a lot of pain in the morning. So, it's already morning. I'm going to be in a lot of pain later tonight because I have to sleep for... Oh boy. So, I really do, guys. I really do hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. As much as I have, that is. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So, yeah, next live stream or next video, I'm not sure what it's going to be. I tend to lean towards live streams more because I don't have to, port it from my PS4 because I don't like recording with the phone because it creates a weird look. It creates a weird effect on the screen. So I'm trying to stay away from that until videos until I can find a way to reliably do it. One person commented to record it on my PS4, upload it to Facebook, and then download it. I may try that out. I know I can screen record. I don't know how to get it onto my computer or phone to edit. Well, one last question, is MTF going to be added? I will try. I don't know enough about it to do it properly yet, but I'll try. Either way, though, I'm going to get off now because I seriously need to go to bed, and people are waking up now. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I don't have a USB drive but I will be getting one. So yeah, I'm very low budget right now. I say that when I have a PS4. So let me rephrase that. I don't have the resources I'd like to have. I don't want to sound like super snobby, being like I'm low budget when I have a PS. That sounds really bad. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching.